So I just upgraded SpacetimeDB from the RC version of 2.0 to the full release of 2.0. And I moved it over to the main cloud, so I'm not on localhost anymore. I did create a simple command menu so I can engage and disengage. Simple HUD, these are all placeholders. I moved the mob server side, pretty much everything is 90% server side at this point. I did make a game editor or a mob editor data plugin for Godot. Maybe I'll throw that up on GitHub, but I'm probably not going to use it. I think I'm going to phase it out in favor of just GM commands for putting mobs in the world. Spacetime doesn't really have a Godot pipeline for stuff like adding mobs to the world. I did look at one of their Unity sample projects, and they had their enemies hard-coded. I created a death respawn home point system, so but I don't have any home points, so where I logged into the world is essentially my home point. Oh yeah, anyway, I'm just gonna make it so a GM can run around and place mobs just by command. XP and leveling is also in now. Persistent player data, the loot system, so these enemies should drop items occasionally. I was testing online. I got entity interpolation set up, so movement is nice and smooth, though I did set the tick rate to half a second. Just not have the server costs very high for a while. What else? I did set up the mob AI and aggro, so these mobs just don't have any sight or sounds properties added to them. I also set up the day of the week based on the lore. There's a server clock now. It's in the top right there. The heal system, I'll show you that. Next, I want to kind of expand on the GM tools. I want to add a debug menu so that I can target an enemy and just immediately see the stats in the database for that enemy. So I want to do that next. I also want to set up like mob types, like family classes. I really don't want to have to input stats for every single mob that I spawn in the world. I'd rather just, spawn a level 10 beetle and have those stats automatically, calculated based on the family table. That's about it, I think, for now. I'm just chugging along on this project, trying to get all the systems implemented. Much later, I'll start doing gray boxing, and maybe I'll put in a mannequin player